the BatChat. All right, guys, welcome to today's episode of the BatChat. A little strange today. I didn't even hear the intro. Hopefully you guys did. And I don't know if you have been able to tell from looking at the title as well as the fact that, well, it's just me here. It's just me. And my camera is just deciding to do its own thing. So let's just, deal with that. It's just one of those days, ladies and gentlemen. But it's all right. We are getting there. But yeah, it's a little different episode of BatChat today. It's just me. We announced last week that I've got a new semi-permanent co-host, Mr. Michael Enoch, who we also announced we're going to be going into the cosplay suit business together. And part of that is going to cons and things like that, and working on different projects. We don't do this full time. This is very much a side gig for us. So we both of us just have to find time, with our already busy schedules to fit in time to work on this. I'm going to fix this camera real quick. Sorry about that. That should be a little bit better. Still a little high. I need to fix my tripod, but that is working. I've just got it literally sitting on something. Y'all don't need to see all this anyway. I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt. I'm sure, Big Mouse is going to come down and sue me for, advertising their shirt, because I think that's how that works. Yeah, they get mad. Anytime you use like any kind of logo or anything, they get just a little bit on edge, which is funny. Something that we've been trying to negotiate through making suits and everything is like, okay, what do we do as far as like emblems are concerned? Because especially Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is the worst about it. Warner Brothers is really just the worst, period. And they will just shut you down and everything for selling emblems or putting emblems on your suits. And it's really strange. I don't really know why it does that. I don't really get it. If they sold emblems or cows or anything for that matter, other than the Ruby stuff, like if they sold that and we were taking money away from them, that'd be one thing. But I really don't understand why they're being that way. Especially considering most cows and emblems. This is just a little fun side tangent while I'm waiting for people to get into the chat. By the way, if you are watching this, feel free to jump into the chat. I'm not doing my regular intro because you guys should know what BatChat is by now. We're already on episode 12. So, yeah, you guys should pretty much know what BatChat is at this point. But for those of you that don't, I'm going to go and do the intro. So BatChat is a weekly live stream. We go live every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern. The only reason I'm saying that is because my good friend Mr. Enoch is over in Eastern Time. And so his the time is a little off there. So it's we're waiting for them to catch up with us, but or maybe we're the ones. I guess technically we'd be the ones living in the past, but hey, the good old days and all that. So weird tangent, but since he is in a different time zone, I figure I'll go ahead and recognize other time zones do exist, although they shouldn't. No, I don't have a problem with it. It does get very confusing. I got some good friends over in the UK that are, I think, 5 hours ahead of me, which makes it very confusing. Makes it very confusing to talk with them sometimes, and like we'll schedule a call. We'll schedule a Skype call or something. And like, yeah, just call me around 5 o'clock. And so I'm like, okay, well, I usually get home, or at least pretty close to being off work around 5 o'clock my time. And so they'll be texting me around noon my time. It's like, hey, dude, where are you? I was like, I'm still at work for another 4 hours. So it's just one of those things kind of get used to. We got some people jumping into the chat. Thank you so much. I'm sure everyone listening is like, thank God he's not going to be monologuing the rest of this. Chunk Max says, hey, stud. Hey, how you doing? Arkham Knight Cosplay. Hey, dude. Hey, what is going on, my friend? I appreciate you reaching out to me. Last week, kind of middle of last week, and reaching out and congratulating Michael and I for coming out. And that was the other video. Thank you for showing your support of Michael and I announcing our suit business. It's really, we don't really know what to call it. Like, we're not Bat Suit business. It's not anything like that. It's really more of a really more of a cosplay supply type thing. So I don't know. John Cody Jenkins just sent me a voice message. I feel like I'm talking to a celebrity, but he knows I do BatChat. What the heck? It better be something important. Should I listen to his message live on the air? I don't know. Should I? I probably shouldn't. I'll look it up though, and see if I can surmise what he's saying. But anyway, so Arkham Knight Cosplay. Hey, Aaron, nice to see you. It's always nice to see Aaron. Aaron, Keel and I are here, and that's all you need. That is correct. If you guys are here, that is absolutely all that I need for sure. Although it is really funny, I can't help but give Mike a little bit of a hard time that we we talked about doing him being more of a co-host, and then he's not here. So let's see here. Oh man. So separate little chat here. Some friends talking about the infamous Mr. Bucks County. Sorry, that's not incorrect, but Bucks County Batman. That was a fun slip of the tongue. It's like a Freudian slip, I think is what they call that. We were talking about him and Bucks County Batman. That's an interesting fellow. Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. You could follow whoever you want on social media. In Bucks County Batman, BCB, whatever you want to call him, he gets in all these weird scrapes with other cosplayers, most notably Saddle Up recently. Look, you can follow whoever you want on social media, but if you like his cringy TikToks where he's like taking a shower in a $4,000 bat suit or taking advantage of a Black Lives Matter protest in order to get social media clout, or just overall just being a dick just to be a dick, that's fine. You could totally support that, but he's just be self-aware about the fact that you are following an actual joker. He's just an absolute tool. And someone asked me if because I had Saddle Up on here, we kind of talked about their issues, and asked me if I'd be willing to have Bucks County Batman on here. And it's not so much that I don't want to give him the opportunity to share his side of the story. His side of the story is perfectly clear. And so there's absolutely no reason to have him on here. So if he's watching this, which he's probably not, but no, he is absolutely not welcome on this show. I've got better things to do than deal with some man-child trolls who just take advantage of other people in order to get clout, and they just act like absolute idiots. And he's actually certifiably insane. He has not been certified, but he is certifiable. There's absolutely no doubt in my head. I've seen multiple messages between him and a few people that I know, and he's just absolutely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So dude needs help, and he's not going to be getting it from BatChat, so don't expect to be seeing him anytime soon. I'll put it to you this way. So I've talked about it. The only reason I'm even bringing this up is because I have talked about it on BatChat before. Otherwise, I would probably avoid it. Some people know that Mr. Roberto Gonzalez and I have had a little bit of a history. Not a great one, but a little bit of history. And we have recently kind of buried the hatchet a little bit. We're not like friends or anything. We haven't really talked much since I kind of basically apologized to him for, being a antagonist and kind of a dick towards him for the past 2 years. I kind of got to the point where I was like, I don't really want to be known for that, and I don't really want to do that anymore. And I don't think it was right. I think morally speaking, I said my piece as far as what I was justified in saying. Let me bring my seat up a little bit. I said my piece in as far as what was justified. I think the situation that we were in, I was certainly somewhat in the right for having issues, but the fact that I just drug it on for so many years, it got to the point where I wasn't in the right anymore. So I had reached out to him and apologized privately and publicly. And I'm saying all this to say I would be much more, if he's willing, I would be much more willing to have Roberto on here than Bucks County Batman. When we were on BatChat last week and made the announcement, and Roberto showed up and in the comment section and said some very nice, very encouraging things, and showed his support, and I really appreciate that. Like, there's absolutely no hesitation that I would absolutely love to have him on here, because despite any kind of animosity that might have been between us at one point, I still have immense respect for him as an artist. I think that without a doubt, there's no one who is more obsessed, but also more diligent when it comes to figuring out little details and stuff like that. Like, his eye for detail is absolutely just astounding. And honestly, I can have my opinions about the stuff that he makes or how he makes it or whatever. That's really neither here nor there. I haven't worked with him, obviously, in several years. But I can absolutely say that the dude knows what he's talking about. Especially when it comes to, like, he's been a huge resource for people who are coming up with the patents and cosplay, as well as Batflex. So huge props to the guy. And Roberto, if you are watching this, man, still absolutely, I would be, I would love to have you on BatChat. Not even that I would be willing. I'd love to have you on, honestly. Because again, we had some issues early on, and I think we kind of worked through it. But one thing is that we do share a lot in common. And when I was working with him, we had several really great conversations about our different thoughts about Batman and stuff like that. And we have a lot in common. I think it would be a great conversation. So even though I'm talking about this publicly, I don't want him to feel pressured to do it if you don't feel comfortable given our history, but I am absolutely extending an olive branch to you. I shouldn't even say it like that because it sounds manipulative, but I would love to have you on, dude. Absolutely. Well, super proud of you for reaching out, burying the hatchet. You're a bigger man when you bury the hatchet. Well, it was not necessarily for trying to seem like the bigger man. It was honestly just, I didn't like the person I was becoming. I don't consider myself to be a very bitter or angry person. I mean, I have my moments, but I don't really, I didn't want to be known as the guy who hates Roberto. I didn't want to be known as the guy who hates so-and-so. I don't mind being known as the guy who hates Bucks County Batman, even though I don't necessarily hate him. I just think he's a tool and an embarrassment to Batman cosplayers and a cancer in this community. But overall, I don't hate him. I don't mind being known for that. But as far as Roberto and all that stuff, like I just didn't really want to be known for that. And I figured I've been kind of antagonistic towards him for a long time publicly. I didn't feel like it'd be right to publicly, like, literally write songs about him, which I'll admit the song was pretty funny, but it was very much in poor taste. So, I literally writing songs and constantly talking about him. I didn't feel like it was right to do that and then publicly slide into his DMs like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm sorry. And then quietly delete everything I said so I don't look like the bad guy. Like, I fully just wanted to admit, like, hey, look, I think I was wrong here and wanted to go ahead and make it right. So, for what it's worth. And like I said, I really do appreciate him reaching out, not only in comments, but even saying, like, hey, I think the stuff you're doing is looking great, and keep up the good work. So I really do appreciate that. So just wanted to kind of put that out there. So let's see. I did want to talk a little bit about the Keaton Bat Suit that was released for I believe it was released for the Batgirl movie. I'm going to open up Messenger because I see the guys are already messaging me. That I've got a group of friends that try to break me during BatChat. I don't know if that's necessarily what they're doing, but I've got Messenger opened up. You guys can try your worst, see what happens. So let's talk a little bit about the Keaton Bat Suit. I was gonna wait until Michael was here, but next week, we have a very special guest which we'll talk about very soon. By the way, it was not a 15-minute monologue on Bucks County Batman. We've only been streaming for about how long have we been streaming? Oh yeah, about 15 minutes. Never mind. Maybe I was monologuing about it for 15 minutes. Time flies when you're spreading the truth about a cancer. Anyway, I shouldn't say that. He's more like, no, he's a cancer. Anyway, I was going to talk about it with Enoch, but we have, we have a very special guest next week. It's going to be very much kind of Batman 66 focused, not so much Keaton. So I'm sure we will revisit it again. But I do want to kind of talk a little bit about the newly released images of Michael Keaton's Bat Suit. And of course, I'm having a hard time finding good quality photos to share in the live stream. So I'm sure you guys have seen it. I will be searching for it while we're... Oh, my God. I'll be searching for it. Y'all broke me very easily that time. So y'all stop. I'll be searching for it while we're talking so you guys can see it on the live stream. I'm sure everyone has seen it. It takes a man to do that, and it was... Wait. Oh, it takes a man to do that. That's what I meant. It requires an equally great man to say, let's move on. Yeah, I would definitely agree to that. Sorry for my phone blowing up here. Oh, my God. So let's, while we are kind of talking, so for those of you that have seen the Keaton Bat Suit I believe it's for Batgirl, although what's funny is that the same one he's going to be wearing for Flash? That's what I'm curious about, because it's just kind of strange that they've released this one and he's going to be Batman in both movies. So like where are we going to see what are we going to see him in the Flash? Is he even going to be suited up? I mean, in that trailer shot, we saw... Let's see if I can mute this. We saw the suit that he's going to be wearing for that, but we haven't seen necessarily we haven't seen what he's going to be wearing in the Flash. It seems like it's going to be one of his more classic 89 or return suit, just based on the sculpt of the ears. But who knows? Can anyone confirm, is that going to be the suit for both movies, or is it going to be just for Batgirl? Well, you guys are blowing up my phone. God, I hate you guys. So let me pull up these images. Of the Keaton Bat Suit. Like I said, of course, having a hard time finding them now because there's a lot of images floating around, but none of them seem to be very high quality, and they need to be somewhat decent quality in order to show on the screen, so you can actually see the detail. I think this is probably going to be about the best I can get. So let's see if I can add this into the stream here so you guys can see it. Love you, buddy. We love you too, man. Even though you make my life interesting. Let's see if I can fix this. I'm gonna change my shape over here. Put myself in the corner. No one puts Derek in the corner except Derek. I don't know. Let's see if it will let me just add this one in here. I'm doing this all on the fly. Hopefully this doesn't offend someone. I'm sure someone will be mad about it, but let's move this over here, try to get it reformatted so you can see the whole thing and all of its we'll call it glory. I actually kind of dig it, honestly. There's things about it I don't like, and I can zoom in on different areas, and we can get really nice up close and personal on it. So there you guys can see that is the bat suit for the Batgirl movie, and it's going to be the one he wears for that. And again, I haven't seen any literature saying that's what he's also going to be wearing for the Flash. Be interesting to see what he wears there. I honestly would like to see more of a Kingdom Come style suit for him in the Flash, because I think that this suit here could potentially be more of a flashback type thing. No pun intended. I think it could be some kind of a flashback suit. because I don't believe that in the continuity of the story that they're telling for Batgirl, I don't believe that he is currently active as Batman. I think that kind of time has passed. Then the other question is, okay, is this in the same continuity as the Flash? There's so many questions, and probably half of them will be answered because it's Warner Brothers and they can't keep their stuff straight. Let's see if I can find another image for it while also trying to not throw up at the things that the guys are sending me. And also trying to research and see if they have confirmed if he'll be suiting up in the Flash, or at least what he'll be suiting up in, because I don't think they've released anything like that. No, nothing seems to be set in stone. So let's take a look at this suit, look at some elements of it, and see if we can get see how much it'll let me zoom in before it just becomes a giant pixel. So it actually seems like a pretty decent quality shot here. Try to zoom in as much as I can by resizing. So the cowl, I think, is the... I kind of feel like the cowl is the weakest part of the suit. There's something weird about the shape of it. I don't know if that's actually... I'm assuming that's Keaton in the suit. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess it's kind of the point. Like, something about the mouth opening just looks kind of strange on it. Let's see if I can get even that much closer on it. I'm going to put my camera here so it won't get behind it. Yeah, that is Keaton in that cowl. At least is what it looks like there. It looks like the mouth opening is like too big, which is pretty normal for the Keaton suits. They've always screwed up the mouth opening on him. So seeing it a little bit more zoomed in, it looks a little bit better. I've never been a fan of the whole connecting the emblem to the cowl to the cape type thing. I've just never really cared for that look. Can I zoom in even more? Looks like I can. The ears look pretty cool. The angle of it is certainly a little different than we're used to seeing for more of a Keaton style suit, but not necessarily a bad thing. It does seem like it has some more lines on it, has a more techie kind of look. So seeing it a little closer up, I like it a little bit more. The mouth opening is still very strange on it. Still not the biggest fan of that. Moving down, we got the classic Returns emblem, and yes, the Returns emblem, not the 89 emblem, Aaron. Learn your emblems, buddy. No, we had a whole talk about it. It's a good mix between 89 Returns and Begins. Yes, I would agree. I've got a hot take on it that might change. That I'm waiting for my hot take until I see more detail of it, because this is the first time I've really got to zoom in and see all the details on it. But so far, it looks like my hot take may still be valid, at least to me. So you got the nice Returns emblem. I like the more, this is going to sound funny for anyone who knows me, the more kind of tactical style they're going with on here. I've never liked, I've said this many times, and I know Michael Enoch is probably going to disown me for saying this. I've just never liked the Keaton suit. Never liked any aspect of it. To me, I think even, and you can talk all day long about how, well, it was good for the time. No, it wasn't. It was not good for the time. It was the best bat suit in the 80s. Fine, I'll give you that. It was also the only one. But as far as like costuming had been around for a long time, even though I know this is the first kind of live action Batman other than Adam West, still no excuse, man. I mean, they had amazing looking costumes from smaller movies around that era. So there's just no excuse for some of the issues, like the fact that there would be like this inch wide gap around his face. The texture of the latex was just looked smudged and gross, very uneven. You could see gaps in the armor, all sorts of things. And aesthetically, I've just never been a fan of the black bat suit. I kind of figured they were going to go that route with Keaton, which is fine. I think as far as the black bat suit goes, this one actually looks pretty cool. I like the more kind of armored look. This is not a hot take. I feel like this should just be factual. This is the best Keaton suit ever. Like, period. Like, in my opinion at least. But I feel like that should just be a universally accepted fact that this is just the best looking Keaton suit. And I was talking with a buddy of mine about this, and kind of the conclusion I came to is like, you can't separate Keaton from the history of Batman, because obviously it's like Adam West. It's very influential movie and everything, but let's just pretend. Let's go to an alternate reality. Let's be like the Flash and run so fast we end up in this alternate reality where Michael Keaton was not the first Batman, yet the influences that came from his movies still kind of went through the pipeline. So we'll like pretend that like Val Kilmer was the first Batman. And so moving on from there, I feel like if Michael Keaton were 30 years old and was cast as the new Batman in 2019, kind of like some 1989, 2019, I don't know. Like today, we'll just say cast today as the new Batman. I feel like this would be kind of the suit they'd put him in. It's still not as good as Ben Affleck's Bat Suit, in my opinion, but I'm extremely biased there. But I like the ab pattern. I think it looks cool. It's a perfect blend of, because 89 had the more human, anatomically correct body shape. Returns very much with the Art Deco kind of armored kind of look. This is a perfect blend between the two. I think it looks really, really cool. And then the gauntlets are decent. They kind of remind me of New 52 gauntlets. They're pretty cool. I like the padded knuckles. The belt is the only thing where I'm like, I feel like you could have done something there. Chunk Max says the belt and emblem I feel should have some bronze to it. Yeah, the emblem is it could just be this picture. I feel like the emblem and the belt should have had some more color on it, at least something, because it's just all black. No, but that just makes it realistic. That just makes it more tactical. Cry me a river. I hate that. Really, really do. Chunk Mac, I think black and gunmetal maybe. I'd be fine with that. I mean, it does, like in this picture, it could just be the lighting. Has a little bit more of a metallic kind of look, but honestly, I'm kind of with old Chunky Mac over there. Old Chunky Mac and Cheese. I don't want to eat Chunky Mac and Cheese. That I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. But yeah, I feel like some gold or some bronze would work. Leg armor looks cool. Looks less like rubber, more like some kind of leather, which is pretty cool. Boot armor looks similar. It's like the armor kind of comes down a little bit more, and the cape comes down a little bit more too. It actually kind of drags the floor a little bit, and yeah, I dig it. I like the knee pads too. Get a little bit closer on the gloves. Like, I dig it, honestly. And so this is going to be, I'm going to scroll up and get the full image shot. Before I give my hot take, I'm just going to continue to stall for this because I know it's going to make some people very angry, especially Mr. John Cody Jenkins. Let's see. It's Batgirl and the Batman belt is the same, if you notice that. Yeah, I did kind of notice that too. That doesn't make me like it anymore. I still feel like, or it doesn't, not that I don't like it anymore. I think it makes it to where, like, okay, is he wearing this in a flashback? And so she, like, modified a bat suit to make her Batgirl suit, or what? Is this what he's going to be wearing in the Flash? Like, what is this? What even is this? I don't know. So the things I don't like, the cowl, there's something weird about the cowl. But I said the same thing about Pattinson and ended up loving the cowl by the end of the movie. So I think overall everything works. Everything kind of flows. This is my hot take. Okay. I think that this is basically on par with the Begin suit. If they were to do an oval emblem version of the Begin suit, that's what they would do. Sorry, they would probably do the gold belt, but that's just my opinion on it. I could be wrong, but I'm not. I would say, aesthetically speaking, I would put it on par with the Begin suit. I was about to say I like it more. I feel like if it was a little bit more gunmetal, charcoal, like a really, really dark gray, And they didn't have the stupid Keaton thing where the emblem and the cow connect, which they're not going to get rid of that because it's Keaton. I get that, but fine. I think that looks just as good as the Begin suit. Okay. There's elements of it that I like more than the Begin suit. Batman Begins, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about there. I like the color. It's more of a deeper, more oil black kind of look as opposed to Begins, which is very dull. I think with Begins, they were kind of going for a half-assed gray, and they just end up with this nasty-looking dull black. Looks cool in some shots, but it just, to me, like, I like that it has some sheen to it. I kind of dig it. So, yeah, I would say, like, as far as rankings go, this just beats the piss out of any Keaton suit, period. Okay? Fight me. You're wrong. This is the best Keaton suit. Even with the elements I think are a little like in every way this is just better. And I do want to go on a little bit of a, not really a tangent, but kind of going back to what I said earlier about there being no excuse for the Keaton suits looking as bad as they did. And look, I get it. I was born after the Keaton era, so I have no nostalgia, no what's the word? Reverence for the Keaton series. Like I recognize the historical significance of it, but it would look more tactical in gunmetal and black. But I'm a sucker for tactical bats. Yeah, I mean, I would be fine with that. More gunmetal, something like that. But the reality is, it's Keaton. They're gonna put him in a black suit, whatever. They won't put him in like a Batfleck style suit or anything like that. Like I get that. Like I am fine with that and I accept that and I actually really like it. Like I don't want it to sound like I don't. I actually really like this suit a lot. I don't know if I want to say I like it more than the Pattinson suit, because the Pattinson suit has had several years to grow on me, but I feel like the more this can grow on me, assuming they don't make it look terrible in the movie, the more time this has to grow on me, it could be up there with the Pattinson suit as well. I've actually, the Pattinson suit's grown on me quite a bit. So there's a lot of things I really like about it. And I think that, looks cool. I kind of dig it. So I want to talk a little bit about the Keaton suits and just kind of really just soil my name in the eyes of a lot of Batman fans, because I'm disrespecting our Lord and Savior Michael Keaton. I'm going to make myself bigger, give myself an even bigger head here. So I've said on multiple occasions I'm not the biggest Keaton fan as Batman, not the biggest fan of those movies. I'm definitely not a big fan of those suits. My point on that still stands. I need coffee for this. So I think the reality is, costuming in movies has come a very, very long way from the 80s. I get that. But I still feel like even with it being from the 80s, with bat suit technology, if we can call it that, being so primitive at that time, I think that's the excuse people give the Keaton suit. Derek, don't do that. You make me feel like an old man. I saw it in cinema. I'm sorry, man. I was born in 95. I was born right after Batman Forever came out, because I think it came out in like July. I was born in August. So, yeah, I'm a baby. I know. Sorry. I got all distracted thinking about how young I am and how old everyone else is around me. So Batman costuming, the technology that goes into making bat suits was very primitive back in the 80s. I get that. But costuming was not. And we got to quit looking at this from a cosplayer's perspective. We got to think about the fact that these are Hollywood professional costume builders that have done better costumes pre-1989. And I think that there's just no excuse for the weird issues that they had. And for me, the fact that he has Nike shoes, this goes back to, we got people who want to complain about how Warner Brothers is now. Remember in 1989 when Batman wore Nikes because Warner Brothers had a deal with Nike? And so they're like, I don't know, make the bat boots. Like, no, That's just stupid, okay? That's dumb. In my opinion, of course. And, take my opinion with a grain of salt for whatever it's worth, which it's a lot. No, it's just one fat kid's opinion. I think that's really dumb, and just really goes to show that it was just, and again, the fundamental misunderstanding that Tim Burton had for Batman when he was like, well, we're not going to put Batman in a gray bodysuit because that would just look ridiculous. You mean Batman's been around for 50 years at the time of Batman 89? You think he looked ridiculous for 50 years? I guess that's why he was, one of the biggest superheroes ever. And, one of the most popular characters that carried DC. Maybe not necessarily at that time, because I know it was kind of, it was a little sketchy for Batman right around that time. But like Dark Knight Returns and all that stuff, I put a poll out on Instagram asking people, do you prefer the black and gray bat suit or the blue and gray? And by and large, the vast majority of people preferred black, and you're just wrong. Blue is where it's at, but a lot of people just don't like them, and I really don't get it. And I got in an argument with a friend of mine about it, just really giving him a hard time on it. Oh crap! I need to. It's not in here. Man, I've got this really beautiful blue fabric that I'm working on for a client, and for like capes and stuff like that. Oh yeah, by the way, we do that, and I'm very, very excited to show that. Anyway, we got to talking about it. It's like, blue isn't scary, black is, and I was like, well, that's okay, fine. We can talk about semantics of the fact that most of the time when you see him in blue, it's not actually blue. It's more like it's black with like blue highlights, because does that mean Bruce Wayne had blue hair? Because like in the 70s, like that's just how they conveyed shadows. So it's like, yeah, you could argue that he's always worn a black bat suit, except for the fact that there are several times where it is just blatantly blue or navy. And he's like, well, yeah, when you think Batman, though, you think that iconic image of Batman in a black, black cape and the blue is stupid. How dare you, Chunk? I will come to Canada and don't even. You're gonna get me triggered. But this iconic image of Batman, and he showed me from Dark Knight Returns the image of Batman flying across in front of the lightning and everything. He's like, when you think Batman, that's what you think. I'm like, yeah. Guess what color his freaking cape is in that part of the book? It's blue. They actually make it a thematic element of Dark Knight Returns. When he comes back for the first time out of retirement, he's wearing his original bat suit. Canonically, it's the bat suit that he wore when he retired, and it's blue, representing the old era of Batman. And as the story goes on, it gets darker and darker. He gets darker and switches to the black bat suit. It has theming. It has meaning, okay? Come to Canada, eh? I will definitely come to Canada. Well, actually, no, I'll just swing through Arkansas on your way to Cuba, okay? If you can do that, that'd be very convenient for me. So people are blowing up my phone now. Anyway, so yeah, it has thematic meaning and everything. And then I was like, well, just list some iconic Batman stories throughout the years. You got obviously Dark Knight Returns, Death of the Family, Killing Joke, Hush, that's fairly recent. Just going down the list, he's wearing blue in all of them. So blue, I would say, is more iconic than black. But you could make the argument that it wasn't actually blue, it was just the highlights. Also, everyone's favorite cartoon, Batman the Animated Series, he's wearing blue. Listen to me, he's wearing blue. At least until like season 4, I think, is when they went to the New Adventures and everything. I'll read that long comment in a second. Sorry. So where's going? Oh, so in the anime series, before they went to like the New Animated Adventures or whatever they called it, he was wearing a blue bat suit because every time you would see him. He was in some kind of shadow, but when a light was shown directly on Batman, the blue accents that were on his cape and cowl were gone, and he was completely blue. So he's wearing blue in the animated series. So, yeah. You know, listen up. Here's a story about a little guy who lives in a blue world, and all day and all night, and everything he sees is blue, like him inside, outside, blue. Oh man, I like blue Batman. I really do. In fact, I recently, it's way up there, so I'm not going to get it. Just recently got a beautiful 25-inch fabric cowl from my friends at Alter Ego. This is not a sponsored video, but if they want to sponsor, that's fine. They they did that, perfectly matched, some navy fabric. By the way, since no one wants to do blue, I'll just go and put this out here. Just out of curiosity, if I were to come out with matching blue or like navy cape, gloves, trunks, matching cowl, like get everything to match, would people be interested in that? Like, seriously, because I think that's one of the reasons why cosplayers, Derek Blue Hegwood, blue is my favorite color, actually. Maybe that's what it is. I love blue. It's always been my favorite color. So I think one of the reasons why cosplayers, by and large, shy away from doing blue or even navy. Like, I feel like navy's a safe choice because it's like almost black. But I think the reason cosplayers kind of shy away from it is because you have to get everything to match. If I were to take that guesswork out for you and offer a complete matching package of all things blue, would someone actually be interested in that? Like, seriously, this is 100% correct. 100% genuine, because I found a really beautiful blue fabric, navy fabric, that I've actually used in the past that's very rare, and I'm getting a ton of it. So mainly to hoard, because you never know when the stuff's going to come out again. So would that be something someone's genuinely interested in? Is that what's holding you back? Because that's probably what it is. That's really what it is, Chunk Mac. It's not that you think blue is stupid. You're scared, and I understand. I'm here for you, buddy. I don't want you to be scared. You want everything to match. I'll make it match for you, my guy. We'll make sure it works. Hey, and look, once you go blue, you lose. I don't know. I just like blue, which is funny because like I very rarely wear, because I've got all blue gear, and I very rarely actually cosplay it. I usually end up wearing black. Never mind, blue is stupid, black is king, all that stuff. So, boy, that went off the rails. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna leave that image up on that. So what were we even talking about before I went on that tangent about blue stuff? Seriously, if you take blue, I personally think animated, yeah, it's a very comic style color. In fact, you know what? This is very unprofessional. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get up and go get that blue fabric I'm working on for a client because I'm that excited about it. So what I'm going to do is play my intro again. And hopefully by the time it's done, I'm back. So you guys enjoy. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So thank you guys for waiting. So I had a client reach out to me and wanting to do a very classic like 70s Batman, but he didn't want to go like full on turquoise baby blue. Wanted something a little bit more kind of rich blue. Looks kind of purple in this lighting, I'll be honest, but look how pretty that is. It's kind of thin, because you can actually stretch it and see me through it. But really, really pretty blue. So very, very excited about this. I ordered a bunch of it. It's not the fabric I was talking about, but it is really nice. very lightweight. Very excited to see how this thing sews up into a cape and trunks and everything. So it's going to look really good. I don't think blue would go with the suit. Blue will go great with your Justice League suit. Blue will go absolutely wonderfully with that. I am 100% honest. And look, I've got a blue Justice League cowl. I'll make you the cape. I've even got a blue Justice League cape I can sell you because I think we're about the same height. So, got that. I've got blue boots. I'm not going to say my blue boots, but yeah. But you can get blue boots. Or you can paint them. Leather paints up super easy, and the what is it? The leather paint everyone's supposed to use. I can't remember what it is now. Oh crap! It's driving me nuts now. But it's leather paint, acrylic paint that's designed for leather. Their dark navy matches that fabric perfectly. But if you remember, like when they were promoting Justice League back in 2017, they had him in blue, and I was all for it, man, because like you're gonna see Batfleck in this awesome blue suit. They end up not using it. Oh, well, I know you were talking about the secret one, but no, it would go so great with your Justice League suit. Like, please, man, please, it would look so good. I was gonna do it with my Justice League suit. I don't have my Justice League suit anymore. Otherwise, I would. I'm actually gonna be shipping that soon because I sold it. I wonder if I could put it on and hopefully not like tear something up before I ship it. I don't know. That'd be really cool. But yeah, it would look really, really cool, dude. I love navy, and it would look great on that. It would look great on your DOJ suit as well. Honestly, it wouldn't look bad with your hybrid suit. Like it just works, man. It just works. The secret one that we're working on, yeah, I don't think it would look as good with that. I'll be honest with you, it probably won't, but it'll look good with everything else. Where is Batman All? He always knows the leather paint name. Let me just look it up. I don't know why we're just hanging out here. Angelus, whatever it is. That's what it is. I didn't even have to look it up. I just had to think. That's just how I roll. But it works great. And I painted up my my Robson Bento boots, and they look great. Really, really nice. So that would be my recommendation, dude. It would look great with that Justice League suit. It's gonna hurt my heart if you don't do it now because I really want to see that. Yeah, this blue fabric's really, really nice. I'm very excited to get that done up. So look, guys, I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going to be wrapping up fairly soon. Yeah, we're going on about 50 minutes now. It's going to be a fairly short episode because it's just me. And got a lot of stuff building up. We got a lot of orders. I want to kind of switch the conversation over and talk a little bit about how business is going. And I want to thank everyone for their overwhelming support. Like, very overwhelming support. Like, we honestly, we talked about, Mike and I, when we first decided we're going to announce that we're going to be making suits and everything, like, okay, we will announce it and just take a few orders. Like, are we going to do this in runs? Are we going to do this whatever? And we made the offer of saying, hey, the first 5 suits that we sell, first 5 basic suits, are going to be $100 off. Those spots were filled within 48 hours, which, you know, for some things isn't really all that fast. But let's see here. Oh, Mike is actually sending me pictures of his suit. Wonder what he did there. Oh, he's dirtying it up. Nice. Doing some weathering. Yeah, I'll show you guys the camera here. I don't know if it'll actually show, but anyway, so when we announced that, we're like, we're gonna do that. They sold in 48 hours. That's not very fast for a lot of, like, you know, we got 5 slots for this blah blah blah, and usually it fills up within 30 minutes. But we're talking about suits because it's a big expense and everything. It's a big expense, and most cosplayers are broke. it's just one of those things where, it may not be feasible, but the fact that we were able to get all of that done and sold within 48 hours is really, really cool. And we even did a few custom commissions, got them on the book. So very, very excited about that. Thank you to everyone for all of your support there. We have put a temporary pause on taking new orders just because we don't want to give people long wait times. We've got a waiting list set up. So if you are interested, go ahead and shoot us a message and we'll be happy to get you on the waiting list. And as spots open up, we'll get you added in there and get that done for you. Very, very excited about it. I just have a lot of stuff in the pipeline's got several really cool suits we're doing for Michael. I've got to make a suit for me because I currently don't have a bat suit. All of my suits are sold. To invest in this new business and everything, I sold all of my stuff, including all of my Arkham Workshop suits that I had. Actually ended up selling them all to the same guy. He's just kind of paying in installments. And so it's taking a little while, but hey, that's fine. He's just doing what he can to help support, and I really do appreciate that. But currently, I have suits at the house, but technically, I don't own them. They're under contract, so it wouldn't be right for me to wear them. So I need to make me a suit so I can do an appearance and for birthday parties and cons and things like that. So I'll be working on one. By the way, great idea. Long wait times hurt my soul. Yeah, I mean, the reality is, like, right now, let me look. I've actually got my to-do list here all planned out. Let's see. Sorry, I was talking with my business partner there. So right now, I am currently booked until looking like mid-July. So what is that? April, May, June, July. So that's about 3 or 4 months, okay? And that's just like my maximum lead time, okay? That's a little bit of inside baseball there. I normally wouldn't tell people stuff like that except for the clients, but you guys get a special privilege there. So right now, I am essentially on the books booked until mid-July. I'll probably be done ahead of schedule because I'm not taking on so many orders at once. I think that's the difference between how we do things versus others. Other makers are fine with saying, hey, yeah, I'll make you a suit, but yeah, you should make you one. We told Brandy we'd do an event in May. Yeah, I'll get on one. Other makers are like, yeah, I'll add you to the list and make you a suit. You're gonna have to wait 6 months for it, and it just keeps piling on. I don't want to do that, so we'll take on. Right now we've got 8 commissions. 9 commissions going at once, and it's just me and Mike working on them. And we want to take our time, we want to get it right, and don't want to make people wait too long. So gotta be smart with it. Try to be fair as much as we can, and So if I can keep wait times down as much as possible, even though the reality is I'm going to lose some people by saying I can't get to it right now. I think that the honesty of saying, look, here's how we do things. This is the commissions I have open. I'll add you to the waiting list. And the first time, first come, first serve. If you come on there and you get added to the list, I'll message you and say, hey, dude, we got a spot opened up for you. I can go ahead and add you to the roster and send you an invoice, get it all started. That way we're constantly rolling through and constantly keeping business going steady without having a 6-month waiting list. Or 6-month work list is really more like it. I mean, it might be a 6-month waiting list, but keeping steady business, and that way we are not so covered up that we don't have a life, because, look, we don't do this full time. Would it be cool to be making bat suits full time? Sure, but Mike and I both have really good jobs, and I don't anticipate us being able to make enough selling bat suits and stuff like that to sustain the lifestyle we're currently used to. But all that being said, thank you again so much for your support, for everyone, and very, very excited to be getting started with all that stuff. And I am actually going to Oh, he's busy. I was going to do something very, very unprofessional and like video chat Michael while video chatting while I'm doing BatChat, so we can make the announcement. But I'll make the announcement since he didn't want to be here this week. So next week for BatChat, it's going to be a very special episode. It's going to be live from Fayetteville Comic Con, or at least half live from Fayetteville Comic Con. Mike will be there with a very, very special guest, Mrs. Karen Whitfield. For those of you that don't know who Karen is, she traveled with Adam West and Burt Ward back in the late 70s to mid 80s, and she was the Bronze Age Batgirl. She is under Live Like Batgirl on Instagram. Definitely go check her out. So she traveled with Adam West and Burt Ward, when they would do their public appearances and things like that. And she's I'm sure has a lot of really cool stories about that. And she also wrote a really great book that I'm sure she's going to be talking about as well. It's going to be a lot of fun, very unique episode because, again, we're actually doing a panel at Fayetteville Comic Con. I'll be there virtually. Mike will physically be there. He'll be debuting his Dark Knight Returns bat suit that I made for him. And very, very excited to see that in action. And it's just going to be a great time. So definitely feel free, or don't even feel free. Like I'm telling you, you're going to want to be here next week. It's going to be great. Really, really looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting Karen. We have talked back and forth a few times through Mike, and it definitely seems like it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great conversation. Really looking forward to it. She is a very lovely person, and really looking forward to it and hearing all these really cool stories, and seeing Mike debuting our suits in person, and talking about some cool stuff that's coming on in the near future. Really looking forward to it. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it as well. So, again, that's going to be next week. BatChat is every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. And, again, we'll be coming live from Fayetteville Comic Con. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, without further ado, guys, I am actually going to be signing off from here. I've got some things I've got to get to around the house and, real life stuff. And so I'm going to be cutting this episode to a close. Thank you so much for watching. Again, feel free to catch us every weekend, every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Time, where we can do this live. If you're not able to catch it live, you can always watch it after the fact on YouTube or listen to it on Apple, iTunes, Podcast, or Spotify. Again, as long as Buzzsprout distributes it properly, which hopefully they are doing that. And otherwise, feel free to follow me on Instagram. And feel free to follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, follow my link tree, buy a suit from me, all that fun stuff. Feel free to follow Michael as well at the Bat and the Cat Cosplay on Instagram. And we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Y'all have a great weekend.